It's Wednesday, November 25th, 2020. We are on our 14th lesson of the unit where we're going to learn about what's happening in present-day Mexico City. And our lesson objective is I can explain the issues Mexico City is facing in the present day. And I just want to remind you, we've been looking at the Aztecs this week, which were located in this central area of Mexico, and they built their capital city in a place called Tenochtitlan, which was an island in the lake of Lake Texcoco. We've been learning about the many ways that they innovated to meet their needs, like building dikes, having to use ropes and a bunch of men to be able to move large pieces of stone or other large things onto the island, using aqueducts to get fresh water to the island, building chinampas to be able to expand space for actually growing food and land to be, more land to be able to build on for a large community. The coolest part, in my opinion, about chinampas is the fact that they produce 7 crops a year as compared to mainland crops, which only produce 1, 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky. So a lot of really cool innovations coming from the Aztecs. Oh, before I forget, the last innovation that we learned about yesterday was the Aztecs putting wood stakes into the ground and putting the volcanic stone in there to create really strong foundations, since the soil was so wet that everything would just sink into it if they tried to build. So, and what that means for us today is that since Tenochtitlan is now present day Mexico City, which Mexico City is actually the capital of the country of Mexico. Now Mexico City is running into some issues because of this, and Tenochtitlan is truly present day Mexico City, and we're going to learn about what happened to Mexico City. But the real short story of it is that when the Spaniards arrived, which next week we are going to learn about what led to the decline of the Aztec, but when the Spanish arrived, they took over Tenochtitlan. They basically destroyed everything the Aztecs had built, and then they built over it. So, probably going to have some issues. So this is just a picture of Mexico City in the present day. And you can see another one here, and you can actually see, if you look really closely, you can see this part of the building is kind of starting to fall into the earth. Mexico City actually has the largest population, people-wise, in all of North America. So Mexico City is a very highly populated city. So we're going to start off today's lesson with a little review of the Aztecs, and then we're going to move on to really focusing on what is happening in Mexico City today. And then we're going to end our lesson with enduring issues, because, obviously the issues that the Aztecs faced several hundred years ago, we're clearly still facing some of these issues today, and that's why it is an enduring issue. So we are now all on step 2, where we're going to go to the pod and answer questions 1, 2, and 3.